So welcome back to the second part of the video series of the Barcode Property Finder. In this video, I will show you how you can evaluate the 1D codes of the Fogra barcode test form. So let's get started. You can see this live. So we go on, and for this video series, I use the Axicon verifier to measure the barcodes. So before we start with the measurement, I want to give you a walkthrough to the barcode property finder. So here you see the overview. Here you get information about the whole evaluation. So if you have been gone through the whole process, you have here overview of all the results. And you also can print that out and show it to your colleagues or hang it out or give it to your customers. It's actually free to decide how you can use this overview. So then we have four sheets in this XLS data. So we have four sheets for the barcode property finder. The first sheet you put in the data for the 1D code evaluation. On the right side, you can see the results. On the left side, there's the input. And on the third sheet, you got the evaluation of the 2D codes with the graphics. There you can evaluate the model size, but we will see this in the next video. Then on the last sheet, there's a notes for the evaluation itself. So if you stuck anywhere, you can look it up here, how you have to go, how the process goes on. It should be a step-by-step introduction. So you start with step 1, then with steps 2, then with step 3, and then with step 4. So on the left side, you see the Fogra barcode test form with the patch arrangement. So if you want to know which barcode you have to measure, you can look it up here. So that's the walkthrough through the barcode property finder. So I think we can just start with the evaluation of the 1D codes. So, like I told you before, I used the Axicon, and we got an Axicon camera verifier to use it. On the upper left, you see the window of the barcode you will be measured. So we start. In the first place, we want to figure out which orientation suits best for my printing system. So we start here. I use a barcode test form from the Fogra database we used for the research project. So especially for this test form, we have to be patient of the orientation of the barcodes that I mentioned in the first video. So in this particular course, we have a opposite orientation. So these barcodes are the vertical orientation. Maybe you can see it also already on the camera. It is visible. You can see that the edges are not smooth, so that are our letter codes, and there we got our picket fence code. Sorry, I just rotate the test form so you can see it clearer. Here you can already see that the edges are really smooth. So we have there the picket fence code. So, but we just go on like it says in the evaluation information. So we start with the first code. So A1 it is here. So we measure them through. So we measure the first row. So you just have to note the overall symbol crate. That's this one here. So it's 2.7. So if you use a laser-based measurement device that's only capable of you make one measurement at one time, then we recommend to make 10 measurements over the height of the barcode. So because it says in the ISO standard that you have to do 10 measurements to make an ISO conform evaluation. So be patient about that. If you used a camera-based verifier like we do it here, it's no problem. So we have to only to do one measurement, and we get an overall symbol crate from 2.7. So we go on. Then you measure A2. That's already a crate 4. Then A3. Then we go further with barcode A4. Most of the software have automatic data export, but you can check that by yourself. It's also legit to write the results down on a notepad or on a other program, how it suits you the best. So just do it like you want. It's only important to do 10 measurements. So here we have a 3.7. Then, oh, sorry, it wasn't right. So that's the last barcode. For the A section, that's 3.8. Then we go on with the B section. Just have to rotate the test form. So what I missed to mention, it is really important to use to be aware of the environment where you make the measurements and which surface, so which you have to use a black backing or white backing. Depends on which case you have in your printing situation. So we described this also in our research report. Like I told you in the first video, a shortcut of this research report is a short summary of this research report is available, free available on our website. And a long version is also free available for Fogra members. So be aware of that, because if you do this in an office where daylight comes in, it could interfere the measurement and you get wrong values for your measurement. And that is something we don't want. So that's 3.7. So then it's B25, B30, the last one. And there we have a few 4.0. So then we put this into our barcode property, put this into the barcode property finder and see what will be the next steps. So.
Diese Konferenz wird nun aufgezeichnet.
So we just made the measurements with the Xcon here. So be aware to pick here the right orientation. So the A section was, like I mentioned before, the letter section. You could saw the visible characterizations on the camera already. And the B section was the picket fence. So then we go on. Then I just put in the measurement values. That's 2.7, 4.0, also 4, 3.7, and then 3.8 for the A section. So we want to find out which orientation. So if you use a vertical orientation for the printing or horizontal orientation, which bar width reduction suits you the best. So what we do with the bar width reduction is we have a barcode with none bar width reduction. It's the smallest line of the barcode has 0.33 millimeters, and then we add a bar width reduction of 50% each step. So less than we subtract 50% of the lines of the barcodes here. Then there should be also already 30%, and 45%, 6%, and 75%. So we want to figure out which bar width reduction suits you the best for this printing, for your printing combination. So then 1.0, 4, 4, 3.7, and then also a 4. So what I forgot to tell you, you can write down some information about your printing system, your printing combination. I already did this before. So it didn't have information about the resolution of the rib and the printer actually here. And then we got this date here. You can also put in the time by yourself. So okay, so it's also visible which combination have been evaluated. So then after we put in the values, we go further to the to the next step, to the third step. We want to find out which color coding suits us the best. So therefore, we following the notes on the evaluation, what it says next. So okay, we just finished step 1 and step 2 to find out the best bar width reduction. In our case, it is none for the horizontal. No bar width reduction for the horizontal orientation, and if you want to print a vertical orientation, we would recommend in this case 50%, at least 50%. So you can go further. You see this in the gradings. It's your choice actually here. Then we want to find out which is the best color coding. What we do next here is described here in the notes, but you already can see which codes we have to measure next. So it will be B5. B5 we don't have to measure because we already did, but then we have to measure B4, B3, B2, B1. So we do that right now.
Diese Konferenz wird nun aufgezeichnet.
So let's move on. We want to figure out which color encoding is the best for our printing combination in combination with the barcode. So here we have a 100% K encoding, color encoding, and here we have a color encoding of 100% with a mix of K and cyan. So we measured that. B5 we don't have to measure anymore because we already did in the first step, in the second step, sorry. So here we already see, okay, good. We shouldn't use this color coding. We got a 0 here. Then we go on, and the next color coding is 100% K with a yellow background. If you don't have a white coating on your substrate or on your printing combination, it would suit you, maybe suits you the best to use a so background for yellow with a yellow color, because it will benefit the reflection. So your lines of the barcodes will be more visible or better readable. You can call it like this. Then we measure this and see which result we get. It's 4.0. Then we go on. Then we have CMYK coding here. It's also not shouldn't be recommend to use this color coding for this combination. And then we have RGB coding, so we don't make a change of the profile here for the color coding. So it's from digital directly to printing, but like you see, it doesn't matter. We get 4.0. So then we put this into our barcode property finder and see what we get as a result.
Diese Konferenz wird nun aufgezeichnet.
So we just finished step 3. So B5 we already measured. Then we got 0 grading for B4. Then we got 4.0 there, so we don't have to change that. Then we have a 0 again for the CMYK color encoding, and then for the RGB encoding, we got a 4.0. So if you print without a white coating, we would recommend you this here to make a yellow background on the surface, on the substrate, and then print your barcode on it. And if you have a white coating, we recommend this one here. So just go with a 100% K and you're good. So there is a step 4, but we will do an extra video for this. It's about the PU score. That's a parameter that have been invented from us in this research project, and I will introduce you that later. So just we want to know what's the results. So right now, the best code for the letter code for the vertical orientation is A2 with an optimal BVR as a bar width reduction with 50%. The best code for the horizontal orientation is B5. So it's your choice in this in this case. So what suits you best, you can choose like you want. Then the best color coding is 100% K. So go with that. Then you have here also a visual interpretation of the values. So you can see here there is not really a difference between horizontal orientation and vertical orientation instead of the first barcode. So there you should use definitely a bar width reduction, no bar width reduction for horizontal, and shouldn't use no bar width reduction for the vertical orientation to the printhead. So there you can see an overview of the color codings. So we're good for the 1D code evaluation. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for your attention. We'll see us in the next video where we go on with the 2D evaluation of the Fogra barcode test form. Thank you very much.